shot. And we were actually at some point rolling up for them, so there's no point. I mean, if you'd have come through us, there was nowhere to go.
In that case, I'm not saying that.
Thank you, Sue. Ladies and gentlemen, may I introduce to you the captain of Ferndown Golf Club, John Crockett.
Welcome everybody. Welcome, Mr. President, Davis family, Rice family. Oh, well, Jack anyway. But most of all, Ferndown family, because this is really a very, very nice family occasion, thinking of us as the Ferndown family. We're here principally to congratulate and honour Jack and Hayley on their achievements. There are two young stars, and we congratulate them on their US scholarships, and we're here really to give them a really nice family send-off. The family is gathered in fairly large numbers for you here, so principally this is the event for you. But it would be perhaps remiss of me not to take this opportunity when we're all here together to remember the achievements of a couple of people, a couple of ladies rather earlier in this century, and they're up on the honours board there, and it's rather timely, which will become clear in a second, as to why we should think about them and remember them whilst we're together at this stage. They are Maureen Ruttall, later Garrett, and Phyllis Wade, later Wiley. Now, in the case of Maureen, sadly she died last month. She was probably around over 90 years older, I understand. She was English champion. She was a Curtis Cup player in 1948. She was captain of the Curtis Cup in 1960. She was president of the LGU in 1983. And she was one of the very few people to get the Bobby Jones Hall of Fame award, also in 1983. As I said, sadly she died last month. She had a private funeral, but there will be a memorial service, and I know that a lot of people here will want to go to that, and we will have an opportunity to do that, because she was a huge figure in Ferndown's history. So it is timely that we remember her today. More happily, it's also timely that we remember Phyllis Wiley, previously Wade, and you'll see her name up there in many times as well. Phyllis celebrated her 100th birthday last week, and I'm pleased to say that we, as a club, well, I should first remind you that she was also an English champion. She was captain of England in 1934-35. She played in the Curtis Cup as well, in her case in 1938. We put a card together, the club, in recognition of this, and I don't know whether we've got the card here, but I think Sean can put this on Preferred Lies so that you can see it. It was a delightful card that we put together from the club, and as would be fitting, it included a poem from Jeff Morrell, and typically of Jeff, it is absolutely delightful. So you'll see that Preferred Lies at some stage in 2 weeks' time. So it's appropriate that we're remembering Maureen and Phyllis because they form part of the tradition and heritage of Ferndown and the Ferndown family, which is now extended through to Hayley. And indeed, Hayley is already achieving the sort of things that they achieved. Hayley has, as we all know, has been she was English champion, a ladies champion last year, and just a couple of weeks ago won the English girls by a margin of no less than 8 strokes. It's right that we applaud, because this is actually the first opportunity we've had to congratulate her on that achievement. So well done, Hayley. Jack's progress has been tremendous in the last little while. A year ago he had a handicap of 5. He's now got a handicap of 1, and it suggests that he won't be far behind in terms of achievement and perhaps the honours pool. I know he's sorry that he's not leaving us as club champion, and many of us are sorry. I don't think Fraser's sorry. But it would have been nice if he'd had that. But on the other hand, I would suggest to you that he has to come back. If he wants to be club champion, he's got to come back. Yeah. Next week, the two of them leave us. Jack for St Thomas Aquinas College in New York, and Hayley to Baylor University in Texas. Now Sean has gone to elaborate lengths to get the right leaving present, and I think I should probably allow him to explain that for himself. So I'll hand the mic to Sean.
Thank you, Mr. Captain. Well, the Captain's already said more than enough about how justifiably proud Ferndown members are of our 2 golfers who are heading off to the other side of the pond to further both their education, let's not forget that, and their golfing experience. In preparing for this evening's event, I was tasked with procuring a going-away gift from the club that would suitably reflect this pride we feel in Jack and Hayley. It occurred to me that what these 2 young stars are embarking upon has not quite sunk in with them, that their situation feels somewhat surreal to both of them. So I thought that it would be appropriate to give them both a reminder of what they're leaving behind and a hint of a reality check as to what great adventure might await them. I'm pleased to report that with the cooperation of our head professional Neil Pike, we've managed to secure a Ferndown Golf Club cap for each of them. However, being the kind of person who struggles from time to recognize boundaries, I felt that this only addressed the reminder part of our proposed presentation to Hayley and Jack. My initial attempts at contacting Baylor University in Waco, Texas and St Thomas Aquinas College in New York were not showered in success. Once the communication hurdle was conquered, after about 10 days, I was faced with the limitations of NCAA regulations, which were irritating to say the least. Eventually, however, I discovered 2 very helpful individuals who helped me to achieve what I set out to do. Steve Ferrara is the golf coach at St Thomas Aquinas College in New York. That's a name that Jack will probably know already, and we get to know him very well. Steve was recently named East Region Coach of the Year by the Golf Coach Association of America. Although we only corresponded via email, he jumped at the opportunity to assist me in my endeavors. Deanna Cantu has recently been appointed as Women's Golf Assistant Coach as part of Jay Goebel's golf coaching staff at Baylor University. I had several telephone conversations with her, and we exchanged numerous emails with regard to my request, and she ultimately proved to be very helpful. In addition, luck would have it that I have a cousin in California by the name of Mark, who helped me out of a very sticky situation by helping me to get one of these items from Jacksonville in Florida via California to Bournemouth in 4 days, as opposed to the 3 weeks I was quoted for direct shipping. The end result is that I am immensely pleased to be able to hand to the captain for presentation to Hayley and Jack not only a Ferndown cap for each of them, but also their very own golf team caps from Baylor University and St Thomas Aquinas College. Hayley.
So you get out of the plastic with the captain. Well done, Hayley. Show everyone the cap. Jack. Congratulations, Jack.
And just a final, before I hand over to the captain, Jack, Hayley, those are your team caps. If you lose them, you go bareheaded when you play for the St Thomas Aquinas Spartans, and the Baylor Bears. Mr. Captain, back to you.
Thanks very much.
Can we see them wearing them?
Yes, I think it's a good idea. Stick them on.
love the word Captain Side.
Yeah, we'll waive the rule about Captain Side. They look so American. They look so American. I think when you look at these two young people, you have to conclude that the Americans are going to love them. They are going to love them. Here you have an English rose in Hayley, not in Jack, and a real English gentleman. And the Americans will love them. And no doubt they will just love those English accents. Hey, incidentally, talking of accents, don't y'all come back with a George Bush accent, whatever you do. And Jack, not like one of them from The Sopranos. That was a pretty definite, but it was worth a try. Anyway, so it is a coincidence which was worth recording that both Jack and Hayley joined this club in the same month of November 2003. And here they are in the same month leaving us, but hopefully only temporarily. The Ferndown family here wish you both every success. We hope you come home, but if you don't forget us. And remember, really remember where it all started, here at Ferndown.
Yeah. Never be allowed to do it again.
Oh no.
Ruined my hair as well.
I just like to say thank you to everybody, not just people here, but everyone at Ferndown. I've enjoyed all my years here. I've met loads of people and a lot of nice people, and they've been really good to me. Thanks especially my coach, Scott. He's been great.
I'd just like to thank Scott as well, my coach as well.
And Sean, you've been great for everything, anything I need, and I'm sure Jack's the same.
Definitely, yeah.
He's done everything for us, so thanks very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank my family for being here and all they've done. They've been great. I miss you all a lot. It'll be good. And this was Jack, great time in America. And I'll be back. I'm sure Jack will be back too.
I'll be back behind the bar probably as well.
We'll be back to play and do more for Ferndown there. Thank you everybody for coming and for coming. Thanks.
Obviously I can't stand here and let Hayley all talking, but I'd just like to echo what she said. I'd like to thank everyone. I'd thank everyone behind the bar as well for serving me all those cheese chips and half pints of Coke. I'd like to thank Sean as well. I think doing this was absolutely a fantastic idea, and I'd like to thank him for that. And hopefully I will be back playing, winning the club championships, but I can only hope. But thank you very much. I'll see you at Christmas.
On behalf of the ladies, Hayley, we're so proud of you.
Yes.
We love you dearly, and we really are proud of you. And one day, when you're 90 or 100, somebody might be coming to visit you with a big card and a bunch of flowers. And Jack, I know I've been told by all the girls behind the bar how much they're going to miss you. So good luck, and we wish you well.
Boy.
I don't know, but you can't follow all that. But I think America's gay. Our loss is America's gay, but we hope to see you again.